Hello. Today I want to talk a little bit about depression. I am not a therapist. I am not a medical professional. I am not a counselor. That is my preface to this. When I was 44, I was diagnosed with obsessive compulsive disorder, no surprise, ADHD, slight surprise, and depression, complete surprise. I couldn't understand why someone who could not stop moving and not stop overthinking and not stop like just being a ball of anxiety could possibly have depression. Well, well, I've learned a lot since then, and the ADHD, now that I've read more and now that there's been more studies about how it affects in women, explains the full life of over overachieving, high functioning, um, need to be awesome and great and incredible and the best at everything, be able to do everything myself, toxic independence, all of that. Yeah, it's there. Um, and then the depression, it's interesting how when you stop and allow yourself to feel and stop over exerting yourself and stop rambling in your head and really focus on what you're feeling, that is when you can notice that depression and where it comes from. And the work that I have been doing on myself, this hypno breath work, this somatic healing, this work that I've been doing internally in my heart and my soul with the breath work, with the movement, has opened me up to feeling more. And that's what happens when you start healing, is you open yourself up to feeling more emotions. There's more there, there's more that comes up, and that's okay. That's part of the process. And what I have learned in doing this work is that when these roles of depression come up, because they do, to question them, to pay more attention to what is coming up, what emotions are coming up, what is triggering this depression, what has happened to make this roll up at this time. And that's part of the work. That's part of what you learn. Triggers are a gift. So many people say triggers are a gift, and they're right. What happens is when you learn to notice your triggers and you learn to notice where they come from and what exacerbates them, and how to question them, question their reality, question their intent. That's part of the way that you manage through. When you're doing the work, when you're healing, things are going to come up. You're still going to get triggered. If you have depression, you will probably still roll through some depressive points. And that's all part of being human. That's all part of feeling. It's all part of healing. If you don't feel through, then you're going to get that stuck. And it's not going to come out. It's not going to be easily moved through. But when you're doing the work and you learn to question things and you learn to roll through the depression with learning, with feeling, with growth, that's where you make a difference in your life. That's where you can start to come through things. I have had some triggers this past week that have come up for me. Being told that I wasn't enough, that I am not out there enough, that no one's ever going to find my business, that I am not smart enough to do this on my own. These are all major triggers for me, especially when they come out of the mouth of a white male. And that's not an offense to all white males. It's just most of my triggers have historically come from white males. And that's the belittling and the berating and the being told I wasn't good enough and I wasn't smart enough and that I'd never amount to whatever. And so these have come up for me lately, and I've been feeling through them, not sitting with them, because you can only sit with things for so long before they start to take root, but feeling through them. And it has definitely affected me in the past week where I've been less social. I've been very tired. I've been sleeping a lot. And so I wanted to make this video to let you know that if you are feeling these depressed feelings, if you have these feelings coming up and you are ready to move through, you're ready to acknowledge, you're ready to feel, you're ready to figure out how to move it out of your body and move forward faster than you normally do, that's what somatic healing is all about. That's what moving out big energy is. That's what I teach. And so, just letting you know how I'm feeling, why it's coming up for me. These are my triggers. This is my experience. This is my depression. But in hopes that someone sees this and says, you know what, me too. You know what, I feel that too. You know what, I've been really down. I have this trigger. I don't know exactly how to help myself move through this. And if that is you, please reach out. Please reach out to me if you are ready to do the somatic work. Reach out to a therapist if you don't yet have one. A psychiatrist if you feel like you need a diagnosis. I went to Carolina's Complete Psychiatry in Charlotte, and they were amazing, compassionate care. And if you are feeling really low and really down, 988, you can call or text, or you can go to the website 988lifeline.org for help. These are all options for you. They're all things that you can do to get the help that you need. So if this resonates with you, please send me a message. Put it in the comments. I will read every single one of them. And I'd love to help you move through some of the things that you're feeling as well, if this resonates. But either way, take care of you, and I'll see you soon.